This program is brought to you by the Genesis Communications Network, a world leader in talk radio since 1998. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Welcome back to Home Talk USA with Michael King. Do you have questions about your next home improvement project or home repairs? Now you can chat with verified home repair and home improvement experts in just minutes. Get the help you need by visiting HomeTalkUSA.com. One of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, back to Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country. Home Talk USA with your host, the Cajun contractor Michael King, and his co-host, the Inventor lady, Rita Crompton.
All right, welcome back to the only home improvement show dedicated to you, the American consumer. Consumer. That don't make sense. Consumer. All right, here on the Home Improvement Broadcasting Network, along with my sidekick, Miss Rita Crompton, the Inventor lady herself. Any announcements you want to make right quick before we get to Mr. Stephen Souders?
Absolutely. For any new inventors out there, we really want to encourage you to join our monthly meetings. They're free, and it's where you would come after you hear our inspiration and you've got questions. So some of our inventors that are on the radio show, Michael, will be joining us at the meeting. So if you've got any questions for them, you can join us at the meetings. They're free of charge. We'll sign a non-disclosure agreement with you so that you don't have to worry about talking about your idea. And we just want to encourage everybody out there who's got an idea to join us.
All right. Well, I understand. I'd like to introduce Mr. Stephen Souders. He is with the Cut and Go. We'll learn a little bit about his product. He's on the line right now. Hey, Mr. Stephen, how you doing, my buddy?
Fantastic. Yourself?
All right. I think Miss Rita wants to ask you a question right quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Stephen's invented Cut and Go, and he believes that this is one of his inventions that was divinely inspired. So, Steve, tell us a little bit about how this came on.
I was actually watching a little blip of news, and as the policeman was walking through the water, going to rescue this elderly couple in the car, and just like that, it went to commercial, and I just believe God gave it to me because it's the first invention that actually went to my dining room table. I drew it up, but this was the very first one I ever drew a logo for. And then I went to the Internet and looked them up.
So that's great because it saves lives. It's a wonderful product. Steve will be joining us at the National Hardware Show. You guys have all got to come so that you can see what's going on. But how important is it, Steve, for an inventor to have a plan, to know when you've got that idea like you had where it was divinely inspired and you go draw it up, but what's next? How do you know so that you're not throwing money down a hole?
Well, you got to research it. Look at what it is, and I talked to everybody about it, and I did my homework on it, and then when I had a 3D imprinted one, I demonstrated it all, and I got feedback from people. And the more I did that, the more I educated myself about the field that I was in that I really never knew about, the more I became comfortable and gained confidence in what I was going to do. That it was going to be a great product to save a lot of lives.
Now, Stephen, let me ask you. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Stephen, let me ask you this right quick, though. So the main common denominator I keep hearing from all y'all inventors is draw up that plan. The plan is so important, right?
I never really had a plan.
Okay.
I followed what was given to me. I researched it, and the more I learned about it, I just kept plodding forward. And it's a learning curve.
I got you. Okay.
It's a big learning curve when you create something from nothing to something.
And so our goal is to kind of shorten the learning curve. It's to be able to get people, what are the options? What are some of those first steps? How do we go about this so that not as much time and money is wasted? And one of the things we're going to talk about is your most valuable resources is your time. And there's so many ways that time can just disappear.
And truthfully, I wish I would have known you and your group. That would have probably helped me tremendously and saved me a lot of time and a lot of headaches along the way. If I would have known someone like you and the group that you have, to sit around and discuss ideas and learn from other people that already have done it.
It'd probably save you a lot of money, too.
Believe
Stephen?
me, I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Unreal.
That I didn't have.
Yeah.
Just found the guy. I was just able to find it, get it everywhere its way, and here but loose.
and Rita, that seems to be a common denominator about how much money is actually wasted. That's a good point.
It is. I mean, I have had so many inventors call me and say, well, I've spent this much money, and I'm thinking, and they'll say, where were you 5 years ago? It's like, I was right here. You just didn't find me. So we want to encourage those inventors to, reach out to us because, when you can learn from someone else's mistakes, it saves you time, it saves you money, it saves you acid drip, that anxiety that goes along with it when you realize it's like, oh, if I'd only known this. And so being able to have those resources for inventors, because everybody's had an idea.
Yep. What? Steve, let me ask you this right quick. We got to go. Any other advice you'd like to give new inventors that you might have?
I would say the best thing you do is to make sure that you do your research about what you're going to do, and don't hang your hat on just because you think you have an idea that it's going to be a great idea and it's going to be $1 million idea. I had lots of ideas, but I guarantee you, none of them were good. My son in his 30s finally said, Dad, you finally have one that's going to work.
Good. We got to run.
You have a good
Stephen?
idea. It doesn't mean it's going to work.
Good.
Yep.
Steve, we got to run. Thank you so much for being our guest. Hey, Rita, you have some contact information on him?
Yes, I do. Steve at thecutandgo.com or the website, thecutandgo.com, and we will have all of these links up in multiple places. So go to inventorlady.com, and we'll have all the links there for you.
All right, Stephen, thank you so much for being our guest.
You bet, sir. Thank you. Have a great day and dream big.
All right, Rita, what a great guy this is. He's got a great story, huh?
He does. We've got so many wonderful inventors out there that have got good stories and good energy, and we're hoping that all of those inventors out there that are saying, oh, I've got an idea, will be inspired by the inventors that we have on the show.
Explain to my audience what's the process that we're doing on this show, and if because I'm getting a lot of emails and texts to say, how can I get how can I get on the show? Do you have any?
We've got a form up that's on the Inventor Lady site. So if they click on then Home Talk and Invent America, it actually goes to a form where they can put in their name, their contact information. It asks some very basic questions, and just fill it in, and we'll have somebody get in touch.
All right. Well, Rita, we've got to take a short break. Along with Rita Crompton, the Inventor Lady, I'm the Cajun contractor, Michael King. Stay tuned right here. We got some more guests, more topics right here as we look for these great inventors inside the Home Improvement Broadcasting Network. I am the Cajun contractor, Michael King, the originator, not the duplicator, please. Don't accept no substitutions. Man, I was green before green was even cold. Y'all come back now, you hear?